This is Module 1 of SAT 9 practice exam on the official College Board site. The length of two sides of a triangle. Length of two sides, okay. 4 and 6, okay. 4, 6. Perimeter is 18. What's the length of the center of the third side of this triangle? Okay, two sides. It's not right. It didn't say right triangle, so yeah, 8. It's 18 minus 10. Which equation has the same solution as... Okay. Yeah, take 30 on that side. That to be 160. See. Because you maintain an equal sign. They're basically the same equation. Walk at least 24 kilometers every day to prepare for a certain day. Plans to walk an average of 4 per hour. Minimum number of hours to walk on a day to fulfill the daily goal. Okay. Well, 6, right? Do you walk at least 24 every day? Okay, he does 4, yeah. Wow, that's pretty easy. It gets harder, I guess. Which value? Okay. What value x? Okay, 4. You put 4 there, 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. Which expression equivalent to factor out an x? Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah. Each value there should represent mean heights in these plants. Okay, you gotta add them together and divide by. There's 3 here, 3 there, 3 here is 10. Okay, there's 10. Alright, let's add them up. Okay, that's 15. That's 30, 40. I have 40 here. I have 50. Take out a 4. I have 50. That's 50 right there. Okay, 50 plus. So the answer is 9. No, hold on. Yeah, the answer is 9. Okay. Next page. Selling school posters. They profit. Okay. Next posters. In order to earn a profit 900. Okay, how many? Let's sell. Alright, let's just plug it in. Substitute in what they give you. Put the 220 on the side. By adding 220, you get 11, 20. Go 5x, divide it by 5. Okay, x should equal, divide this by 5. 224? Yeah, about 224. 200, that's 1,000. 120, wait. 3 miles per hour. Runs at a speed of 5 miles per hour. Walks for W hours. And runs for R hours. Oh. Okay, so he runs for 5 hours. No, he walks for W hours and he runs for R hours. For a combined total of 14 miles, which represents the equation. Okay, so W is in what unit? W in hours. Oh, hours. Oh, and R is in hours. Okay, so hours times 5 miles per hour. The hours will cancel. An hour over hour. You leave with, for miles, so then this should be the answer. Yeah. John paid total of once for Microsoft making down payment of 37 plus monthly payment of 16 each. Situation. Okay. Oh, they're all 165. Down payment 37. There's your 37 right there. Monthly payments of $16 each. Yeah. Relate deposit number P, X, and Y, which expresses Y in terms of P and X. Okay, so all this is Y. So just put 57 on that side, P is okay. The company opens an account with an initial balance of 36. The account earns interest and no deposits. The additional function. The account balance at 13 years is this. What equation could define A? Well, the account's growing, so the factor could be greater than 1. So this is not, that's wrong. That's wrong. And your starting value is 36, which is right. Yeah, it's pretty much eliminating. Okay, figure not drawn to scale. Okay. Center O, circumference, diameter, the length of arc PS is twice the length of arc PQ. PS, PQ, okay. Okay. So this here cuts it by a third. Cuts the semicircle here by 1/3. Because this is 1/3 and this is 2/3. Okay, but we know this is like 180 degrees. Okay, and that's equal to x plus 2x, and so x is equal to, well, there's 3x there, so x is 60. The circumference is 144 pi. What's the length of QR? So I want to know Q and R. Okay. Well, it's the same as S and P. It's just 120 degrees. But the whole circle is 360, so 120 degrees and 360, that is also 1/3. It's 1/3 of the perimeter, which is 144 pi, which is 48. Here you go. Okay. The solution to the given system equation is, what is the value of x? Substitute. Whenever you're stuck, you use substitute. What's the value of x when you find value of x? So let's get rid of y. So we can we can say 3x, substitute the y, because they gave us what y is, and that's plus a negative 2x, which is the same as 3x minus 2x, which is equal to x, which is equal to 40 though. Because, this was this, which is equal to 40. The frequency table summarized 57 data values. What is the maximum data value in the data set? Maximum value. Okay, so you got 3 6s here. 3 6s, yeah, 6 14s. And 14 is the biggest data. It occurs 6 times though. See, that's the frequency, that's the count. Don't confuse that with the data. It's just a count of how many occurrences of these data values. 15. One leg of a right has a length of 43. The hypotenuse of the triangle has a length of, what is the length of the other leg of the triangle in millimeters? Okay. Well, that's 196. Call it 200. I'm going to round it because I don't have a calculator. It's 400. It's equal to that's not 400, that's 400. That's 40,000. Ooh. Equal to 43 squared. I'm just call it 40 squared. What's 40 squared? 1600. 1600, yeah. Okay. So it's close to 196 then. So it's D. Okay. I think there's an explanation on the one I just did. I feel like I just need to explain it a bit more. 1600 is not that much. You take 40,000, subtract 16,000. It's still very close to 40,000. So square root each gets into close to 200. But it should be less than 196 though. But 120 is just too little. Yeah. 120, I call that, you square 120 be 144. Yeah, you see, that's 120. It's like 120 is 12 times 10. And another 12 times 10. But 12 times 12 is 144. And then add 2 zeros to it, so 144. Or we have 14400. And that's not near 400,000. I mean 40,000. But it cannot be this one because this is the hypotenuse. Okay, 16, a wire with a length of 106 cut into two parts. One part is the length of x, and the other part is the length of y. The value of x is 600. Okay. X, it says is, so it's equal. X is, and it says 6. 6 more, not 6 times, so 6 more means 6, just add 6. That's a positive 6 here. See, this is a positive 6. Even though I didn't write that there. It's not a negative 6. I don't need to write that because by convention we all know that's a positive. More than 4, so 6 more than 4 times the value of y. Okay, what's the value of x? Well, let's take this equation here and substitute out the y. So this equation, you move the 6, right? Let's take the x, subtract 6 on both sides, and then let's take the whole thing divided by 4, and that's your y. And that's how you isolate the y. You put that to the equation. So then, let's see. So this equation here becomes x plus x minus 6 over 4 equal 106. And we solve this here with a calculator. I guess you could, but I was gonna plug in a number. I'm plugging 86 because 86 plus 86 minus 6 over 4, and that is 106. So that's true. Yeah, happens to work out. Okay, the function. Which table? Well, actually, it kind of makes sense because your 56 is too far away, and you divide it by 4. See that? So I estimated, I think 80 plus another 20, which is 106. Yeah. 17. Okay, the function which a table of values represents f of x minus 3. Okay. That's wrong. Because, if you put a 6 in here, right, that's a 0. Negative 6 plus 6, that make that 0. So the whole thing should be 0, but it should be minus 3. So, yeah, good, wrong. Alright, between these two, what's the difference? Well, plug in some other number here. Okay, so a negative 5. Yeah, that's right. So B. Because they got negative 2 here. I'm done with that. 18. Puts 88 ounces of water in a bucket in 55 minutes. Okay, which represents the number of ounces of water the hose puts in 9 wide minutes. Water in a bucket, 5 wide minutes. Okay. Okay, in 5 minutes. 5 Y minutes. So the unit is ounces over minutes. Okay, that's the unit of this. Okay. And then we multiply by what? They want to know how many ounces of water in 9 minutes. So 9 Y minutes. So multiply by 9Y minutes. So minutes over this minute over that minute, then minute over minute, that's a 1. See, that's what ounces, which is exactly what we want. We want number of ounces. So it's 88. So this is 88 times 9 divided by 5. Also, the y cancels out too. There's y over y. We also have y over y. And also the x, you have that. So 88x times 9 divided by 5. So we need a 5 in here. Oh, this is the only one that has a 5 under it. And 88, I call it, it's, yeah. None of these have a 5 in it, so I'm gonna. And, yeah, I mean, if they factor it out, then it should be 5 or 1 on the bottom. So you don't have a whole number, you have fractions only, Yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful about that. Like, if you expect there to be a 5 in the bottom, right, like we have here, be careful because it could be like canceled out, 5 over 5. But in this case, they're all fractions. See, if we're all canceled out, then there'd be a 1 on the bottom. And hence, it would just be a whole number. It won't be a fraction. But we don't have that case here, so I'm pretty sure it's D. Number 19. No solution. What's the value of H? Okay, this is the linear equation. No solutions. Okay, let's simplify this a bit. This is equivalent to saying, put the 9 here, put the 5 there, so I can have it in the slope-intercept form. That's 18y equals 4x minus 5. Okay. If the system has no solution, what's the value of H? Well, it means they have to be parallel equations. Like, see, you have to be like this. See, if they have no solutions, that means these lines, they do not cross. Right? If your slope is slightly different, as in not the same, as in they're not the same, they eventually will cross somewhere. So it'd be perfectly level, these two lines with each other. That'd be leveled. So no solution. Well, it has that same slope. So here, there's 4x on this side or 4x on that side. 18. Yeah, it has to be 18. Because see, the slope here is 4 over 18, which is like 2 over 9. And so we're going to make that 4 over 18 as well. So H is being 18, yes. Okay, 13 is, that's the equal sign, that's what is means, is P percent. Okay, now substitute percent, it's P over 100. Because percent means 1 over 100. Just like a dozen is equal to 12, a pair is equal to 2. Percent is equal to 1 over 100. It's a fraction. Okay, out of 25. All right. What's the value of P? Now that's equal to P over 4. Because there's 25 over 100. See, 25 over 100 is equal to 1/4. 1/4. So it's 1/4 times p, which is p times 1/4. P times 1 is just p. Now, multiply by 4, so you get 52. That's the answer. When you multiply 4 times 13. Okay, 21. Smallest solution to the given equation. Smallest solution. Okay, smallest solution. Okay. When you square this, you get x squared. I'm just going to square this. Minus, I'm going to square it and see what I get, because I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know what to do with this, really, yet. If these screws are equal, then these stuff inside should equal. That's x squared minus 7x minus 30. I just move everything over this way. Well, I didn't move everything, subtract it from both sides. In effect, that's moving them to that side, leaving this side 0. I want to factor this out rather than use a quadratic equation. So since it's minus 30, one's a negative and one's a plus. Okay. There's 15 and 3. Nope. 15 and 2. No, that's 6 and 5. There's 6 and 5. 3 and 10. Oh, 3 and 10. All right, so minus 10 and plus a 3 will give you 7. You can check that too. Yeah, so what's the smallest solution to this function? Well, the solution is 10. So it's the same as trying to find a solution to this, because we start here, right there. And that came from, that was implied from this. And that's why we get everything, that's why I have to get everything on one side, so that one side would be 0. Right? Once you have that, then you can factor 10 and negative 3. So negative 3 is the smallest solution. Negative 3. Next problem, 22. You need to get distinct constant. What is the value of A, B, and C? Okay. Well, it's B. If you add these up, the zeros, the solutions for f of x. Solutions for f of x are negative 6, negative 5, and negative 1, which they add up to be negative 12. But see, g of x, you want to find solutions to g of x and sum that solution. The sum of the solutions for f of x is negative 12. The sum of the solutions for g of x, because they did a transformation here, which is a horizontal. So you graph this thing. What's it look like? I don't know, like this. Something like that. And you have your zeros here. Let's say that's negative 6, negative 5, and negative 1. And now, when you do this here, the transformation where you moved everything horizontally to the right by 1, and then these, so basically the whole line shift to like this. So then, everything gets moved, all the zeros get moved up by 1. And you have 3 solutions. So you add 3 to the negative 12, you get negative 9. All right, 23. What should I find? Or you can just graph it on Desmos or use a graphing calculator. 23. Okay, what should I find could describe this function? So this is equal to 2.01. Remember the percent, we substitute that in as 1 over 100, which means moving to decimal point. That's why I got 2.01. 201.0 of x. Okay, which I found could describe this function. Well, that's just a increasing linear. It's not exponential because it didn't say power of x. Yeah, it's not decreasing linear because there's no negative slope. Negative slope is decreasing linear. There's a positive slope, so 24, the function, for what value does this reach a minimum? Well, there's a shift to the, now we need to figure out the minimum for f of x. Now, a minimum, this is a quadratic equation, so something like this. It's positive. And then, I don't know, okay, so this is the minimum. At what value of x does this occur? So now the quadratic equation is what, negative b plus or minus, I don't know if they give you that. Maybe you memorize this. If not, well, you can also derive it, but that'll take some time. Now, this here, see the plus or minus part? That'll give you, let's say that's the, I don't know if this is the case, but if you were to graph it, you can find the minimum. But if you were to, if it crossed the x-axis here, if that was the x-axis thing, it would be right here, and here's the root. And from this quadratic equation here that I wrote down, you see that the plus or minus, see that? So basically, so the vertex, this is the vertex then. Okay, it's negative b over 2a. Because it starts right here, and it says, it's this plus and then minus. That's how you get, that's how the two roots are. Yeah. And that's the plus and minus part I'm talking about. Now, negative b over 2a, at that x value, that would be the minimum. So now, because it got shifted to the left, so it went this way. The whole graph got shifted to the left by 5. So negative b is, so we'll put that in negative 64 over 2a, which is 8. And you get negative 8. So the answer is not negative 8, but it's moved down this by 5. Make sure I plug that in. Oh, as negative b. Oh, I did negative b, yes. 64. So b is 64. Positive 64. And negative b would be negative 64. Okay. 25. We spent a good time on that problem. 25, 1 gallon stain cover, 170 square foot of yards, total fence of W square feet. Okay, W feet squared. Which represents the total in gallons needed to stain in this yard twice. Okay. 1 gallon would do 170 square foot. 1 feet squared, okay? Yards total fence area, W square foot. Okay. So you need to stain the fence in this yard twice. So 2W. Alright, you need to do 2W worth of. So, total amount of stain in gallons. Oh, to stain the fence in this. Okay. So now, we need to stain 2 W's. Let's look at units. Units will tell you what to do. The units of W is feet squared. So feet squared. So I'm going to stain 2W worth of feet squared. And then this here, we're going to do no gallons. So gallons will be on top. 1 gallon's on top, so divide everything by 170 square foot to both sides. Right. And then this should equal to 1. You know, same thing over something, same thing over same thing equal. I mean, something over itself is equal to 1. Now, we're going to put this factor here, which is 1 gallon over 170 feet squared. The feet over the feet divided by the feet. No, this is divided by 1. But feet divided by feet, that will just go away. I mean, feet over feet, feet squared over feet squared is 1. Anything times 1 or divided by 1 would be 1. And now we have left with 2W times 1 gallon over 170. So 2W over 70. 170, which is equal to, W over 85. The table shows results. The total 803. Okay. Random were asked and vote for the upcoming election. According to the poll, 6,424 people vote in the election. How many votes would it be expected to win? People vote in the election. How many votes would Angela Cruz? She's at 483. So she's getting 483 of the 803. Then we would expect her to get take this fraction to be applied to this bigger population of people, and I'm around this, so I'm gonna say it's about equal to 480 over 800, and then that's, what is that about? That's divided by 8, so that's a 6 divided by 10, so 60%. So I'm looking at 30 something. Yeah, that's close. These answers are so far apart. You can just, I'm doing so here is 0.6, so it's 6 times 6 is 36. So that's close. Yeah, you see, 36, 38 is close to 36. Okay, anyway, 27. Right rectangular prism. Right rectangular prism. What does that mean? I don't even know what type of right rectangular prism. Similar to right rectangular prism. The surface area of right rectangular prism is 58. Okay. The surface area of the right rectangular prism is 15. The volume of right rectangular prism is 12. What is the sum of the volumes of right rectangular prism? What the hell is a right rectangular prism? Okay, let me look at what it was, a right rectangular prism. Well, maybe in the front it'll tell me what a right rectangular prism is. I hope this is it, because prism. Could this be a prism? Right rectangular prism. I'm gonna assume it's this, which just call it rectangular prism. The right kind of throws me off a bit. The surface area of right rectangular prism is, I hope that's right, so I'm just gonna go for that. Okay, surface area, excuse me, surface area is 58, that's for x, and the surface area of the y is 1450. Okay, the volume of right rectangular y, okay. The volume of y, okay. The volume is 1230? Wow. It's 1250. What is the sum of the volumes of right rectangular x and right? Okay, so we would find this one, then we add up the answers. Okay. It's a rectangular prism, so length times width times height. So length plus width plus height of x, of prism x. We're going to work on prism x, okay? Is equal to 22 49. Half of 58. Because surface area is, there's 6 sides, and let me see. Oh, hold on. W and W times H and H times L. Okay. But the other one here, the prism Y, the WL plus the WH plus the HL, those are the 3 different sides, faces of the prism. It's equal, but it's some factor, okay? Some factor, because they're similar, right? This is similar. So it's 14. Okay, half that is 725. Whoa. Okay. So we need to take this and divide it to get the factors. So what is 725 over? I'm going to bust out a calculator here. 725 divided by 29. Oh, that comes out nicely. This is my son's iPad. Gosh, here it is. So 25. So 25 is the factor. So they're similar triangles, right? Prisms. It's just that the other one is blown up by 25 times. By 25. A scale of 25. So that means the length is up 25. Hold on. The area is up 25. So we multiply by. We multiply by 25. No, we need to divide by 25. So we need to. So this one here. Let's erase all this. This area here. This area here is 1250, which is the volume of Y, divided by 25. Let's see. Actually, no. 25 cube, I think. No, just 25. Because the surface area is 2-dimension. See, and it's missing 1 dimension, so divide by 25. 1 time, not 3 times. No, it's not divided by 25 cube. No, it's divided by 25. And when you do that, you get what's that? 50? No, let's do the calculator again. 1250 divided by 25. What's 1250 divided by 25? 1250. Okay, 1250 divided by 25. Oh, you get 50. Okay. Yeah, so the answer is 50. Oh, but then you add them together, 50 with the 1250, so the answer is 1300.